Northwest Stadium in Landover. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Matchup of a couple of teams, Greg, with one big thing in common. A new head coach from a season ago. These are always the seasons we want to see how they play out, how they can implement their plan going in.
And more often than not, Mike, as we all know, when you find yourself in position to make a coaching change, it's because the previous few seasons did not go according to plan. So the question is, did they find the right new head coach to lead them in this next era for their organization? These two teams today are hoping that this goes a long way into deciding, do they have the right guy pulling the strings? Because if you do, if you have a head coach and a quarterback, you can win for a long time in this league.
And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation on the plus side of the 50. I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
When we sat down with him earlier in the week, Mike, as you would imagine, he wasn't exactly thrilled when we brought up the fact that he had 4 interceptions in last week's game. You could tell it was still on the top of his mind. He was still working to put it behind him. I think my biggest takeaway was just how excited he was to get back on the field and have a fresh start. And I think we want to see him get off to a fast start here early, get some easy completions, put last week behind him. If he can move forward and he can play to the level he's capable of, I think they're going to have a lot more success here in this one today.
The pass intended for Xavier Legette. It's second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Panther first down. The motion man is Sanders. Another try with Brooks. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On second down, Young. And that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jonathan Brooks out of the backfield. And third down coming up. From the gun, it's Young. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? They'll go. Young. He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Deontay Johnson, the intended target there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Young. Off he goes.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They'll motion over Thielen. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. Off-balance throw. It's complete. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Carolina 1st down. Young going to give it to Brooks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Xavier Legette. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown number 7. And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling
So
on the
ruled
field
a
stands.
touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
His kick is good. Makes the score Panthers 7, Commanders nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Daniels now on 1st down. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. A pickup there of 28 yards.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that will wind up incomplete. 0-0 on the clock. The first quarter. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll throw with Daniels. He's got it at the 7. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and Xavier Leggett headed back onto the field. We're trying to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Young to throw on 1st down. That one complete to Johnson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to
Neutral
jump?
zone infraction, defense.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, Young. Secured by the veteran, Adam Thielen. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. A run with Brooks. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Now a timeout called by the defense. And he missed it. It's no good. And the score remains tied at 7.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That is intercepted. Picked off by Kader Tohu. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Second down and 8. Now Young. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll go once more with Brooks. And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Jamin Davis there to make the play. Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Young to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. Man, that's just tough on offense, Mike. I mean, you work so hard to get in position to take the lead, and it just doesn't work out.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing is Daniels. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he will go all the way. Perry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the handoff, this is Brooks. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
A second down throw for Young. That one taken in right side by Legette. Now a 3rd and 2. Now whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense.
First and 10. The motion man is Sanders. Young to throw on 1st and 10. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Commanders come up with it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The motion man here is McLaurin. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
It is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. The production has been sensational early on. The last catch putting him over 100 receiving yards, and we still have another half to play. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. He'll get that to his tight end, Ben Sinnott. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Daniels. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Daniels. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island.
And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. That's the linebacker, Shaq Thompson. And the Panthers are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with save them some points.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Here's Young. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. That is hard. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's the pistol snap to Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
That's to the right, caught by Sanders. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
They'll try and run it with Brooks. Trying to get to the edge, and he will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. That brings up fourth down.
That's a great job defensively. The goal of every defense in the NFL is to accomplish one of 2 things. Turnovers, force field goals. In this case, the big third down stop is most likely going to lead to the latter. Really nice job there in the red zone.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Young. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. The motion man is Sanders. On second down, Young. To get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Tremble comes in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Young. He'll look underneath here for Brooks. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Tremble comes in motion. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. And he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
The motion man is Sanders. Young to throw on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Thielen. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike. But listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays. Stay ahead of the chains.
They'll go right back to Thielen. Again, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. Now, flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Give it up the middle to Brooks. And a good run. He'll take it forward for 6 yards on 1st down. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to
Neutral
jump?
zone infraction. Defense.
On the ground, they go with Brooks. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's a 3rd down and 4. So, 3 quarters. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Brooks. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, You don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Here's a toss left side for Robinson. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand?
Ready up.
A tight end in motion now. On the toss, it's Robinson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And that is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
The Panthers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw, Young. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
The motion man is Johnson. A 2nd down throw for Young. That's over the middle to his tight end Sanders.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Here's 2nd and 6. Young. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
Ja'Tavion Sanders was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders offense heading out for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. That's downfield. He's got Sinnott, the tight end. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play when they needed it the most. It's a gain of 34. Akers. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Go. Throwing on second down. Daniel. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
Big time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up fourth down. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll motion over Thielen. Young to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Off he goes. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. Young going to give it to Brooks. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Panther first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here's Young to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. Talk things over before 3rd down. Sanders headed in motion. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He's got his man. That's Leggett. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs and just as importantly, stop the clock. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. On first down is Young. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing on second down, Young. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. To throw is Young. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
That's going to be caught. And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute, and it may just be enough to get them a victory. They run over center with Robinson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they